9th A students of Pragatik Vidyalaya, welcome to online learning. Today we will see the Newton's second law of motion. Before we start these new topics, last time we saw first law. What is the another name of first law of motion? The first law of motion चं दुसरं नाव काय? Who will tell me? Yes, right. Law of inertia. Again, question arises, what is inertia? Inertia is the ability of an object, inability, not ability, inability of an object to do not change its state of rest or state of motion. In other hands, आपण अशी व्याख्या सांगू शकतो तशी the ability of an object do not change its state of rest or state of motion. Suppose this pen is kept on my hand. If somebody or any external force, if does not act on this object, if any external force does not act on this object, त्याला आपण unbalanced force असं म्हणतो. Unbalanced force means that we see the effect. Suppose when I applied the force on this pen is lifted on upward direction. That means this force is called as unbalanced force. In Newton's first law, an object continues remain its state of rest or state of motion in a straight line unless and until when there is no any external force act on it. We saw the certain evidence that related with this first law. Then we just start second law of motion. At that time we also discuss on momentum. त्यावेळेस आपण मोमेंटम वर सुद्धा चर्चा केली होती. Momentum is a product of mass and velocity. In short, momentum is a product of mass and velocity. We saw the certain examples that related with this momentum. एक प्लास्टिकचा बॉल आणि तेवढ्याच आकाराचा किंबहुना त्यापेक्षा कमी आकारमानाचा सीझनचा बॉल काही सर्टन हाईट वरून आपण जर टाकला आणि तेवढ्याच हाईट वरून सीझनचा बॉल टाकला तर तुम्हाला परिणाम जो आहे तो सीझनच्या बॉलच्या बाबतीत जास्त जाणवेल. द इफेक्ट is more when we drop the season ball. That means plastic ball is heavier and season ball is plastic ball is lighter than season ball. That means effect is depends upon the mass of an object. दुसरं उदाहरण, बॅट्समनने टोलवलेला कमी स्पीडचा बॉल आपण सहज अडवू शकतो, पण तोच बॉल जर if it is strike from Sachin Tendulkar, then it is difficult to catch. It's difficult to catch out. याला पकडणं अवघड आहे. म्हणजे परिणाम हा गतीवर सुद्धा अवलंबून आहे. That is why the effect of force on an object not only depends upon mass but also depends upon its velocity. इंग्रजीमध्ये not only but also, use not only but also, याच्यासाठी तुम्हाला हे वाक्य उपयोगी पडेल. The effect of force on an object is not only depends upon mass but also depends upon the velocity, and that is why the momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Suppose now we see the second law of motion. Suppose object of mass m with its initial velocity u. Again, I told you the meaning of this symbol. U is used to indicate the initial velocity. Write down, suppose object of mass m with initial velocity u, when force F is applied in the direction of its velocity in time t will be v. Is v. That means it is a final velocity. Now its velocity become v. The initial momentum. Can you tell me the initial momentum is equal to, momentum is a product of mass and velocity. Then you should write down m into velocity. Which velocity? The initial velocity. Which symbol is used? M. Then the final velocity, the final momentum after time t will be mv. Any doubt? काही शंका आहे का? इनिशियल मोमेंटम, momentum mass into velocity, momentum mass into velocity, but there are two types of velocity. Initial velocity, we use the symbol u, and that is why mass into velocity, mass is remain constant, into v, u, this is called initial momentum. Then final momentum. Then we say the rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum is equal to, again, change in momentum upon time. That means the rate of change of momentum is equal to change in momentum. Acceleration due to applied force. Acceleration due to applied force. That means we'll have to use the change in momentum. How we can write? That is final momentum minus initial momentum. Final momentum into final momentum minus, we will have to find out the difference. That is why final momentum minus initial momentum divided by t. And then again see the first part. दोन वेगळ्या कलरचे पेन वापरलेले. अपर पार्ट हा मोमेंटमच्या हिशोबाने आहे आणि सेकंड पार्ट हा आपला सेकंड लॉच्या हिशोबाने चालू आहे. Is that clear? Now I am going to wash upper part and पुढे आपण कंटिन्यू बघूया सेकंड लॉ ऑफ मोशन कसा मिळतोय तो. Then rate of change of momentum is equal to mv minus mu upon t. Any doubt? Final velocity, final momentum mv, initial momentum mu upon t, then is equal to m common, remaining part v minus u upon t, m into v minus u upon t. You know that what is the formula of acceleration? A is equal to acceleration, rate of change of motion is called acceleration. Final velocity minus initial velocity upon time is equal to A. That means A is equal to V minus U upon T. That means instead of this, we'll have to write down remove this part and add A. Which formula do you obtain? Rate of change of momentum is equal to ma. Third, F, rate of change of momentum. According to Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change of momentum is proportional to the applied force. According to Newton's second law, the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional. Can you believe this? When we apply the force is more, momentum is also more. That means rate of change of momentum is directly proportional with applied force. That means according to second law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, rate of change of momentum is directly proportional with applied force. That means that we discovered in equation number 2, rate of change of momentum is equal to ma. That means ma is equal directly proportional with applied force. And then F is equal to kma. K is called proportional constant. K is called constant, and then we will get the formula F is equal to ma. F is equal to ma according to Newton's second law. This is Newton's second law. We'll have to, no need to explain, only write down. Second law is called rate of change of momentum is directly proportional with applied force. What is momentum? That is product of mass and velocity. Product of mass and velocity. Then we'll have to find out the initial momentum and final momentum. Then rate of change of momentum is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum upon time. Then we find out the initial momentum. We'll have to write down the terms. Which terms? Suppose object has a mass m with initial velocity u, and after time t the final velocity will be v. Then the rate of change of momentum is equal to the initial momentum mu, 1, final momentum mv. Rate of change of momentum is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Then mv minus mu upon t. M common, v minus u upon t is the terms related, is a formula related with acceleration. A is equal to v minus u upon t. Remove this part with the help of A. उसे कहो हम तुझे एक इसकी कीमत हमें मालूम हो गई है. A is equal to v minus u upon t. आणि मग we will get the formula rate of change of momentum is equal to ma. But according to Newton's second law, rate of change of momentum is directly proportional with applied force. You know that when we apply force, we will see the effect on object, that is initial effect and final effect after time t, and that is why ma is equal to, ma is directly proportional with f. That is why f is equal to kma. K is the proportionality constant. F is equal to ma is a formula obtained from Newton's second law of motion. Is that clear? हे सगळं clear झालं second law. Now all of you are ready to face with the third law of motion. We will stop here, and next period we will discuss on Newton's third law of motion. Have a nice day. Okay.